Hi, my name's Samira, and I'm going to talk in this video about if all roads lead home. This sort of spiritual idea that it doesn't matter what you do or what practice you follow or, what choices you make, because all your choices on some level are underpinned by divinity or the universe, and it has this magical energy that runs through everything. So it doesn't really matter what you do, because at the end of the day, we're all coming back to this space of oneness. It's unavoidable that we've all come from one and we're all going back to one. So what we do along the way is kind of our own business, and it's kind of free will. And to some degree, I agree with this. If we are all connected and we've all come from one source energy, then it makes 100% sense to me that we're all going to, at some point, be reconnected in this one source energy and move harmoniously within this. And this is the whole human journey we're trying to understand and go on. And I like this idea, on a sort of like comforting level, this idea that I can't do anything wrong. It's really nice. But it's not about me doing anything wrong or you doing anything wrong. It's about understanding that even though we have this divinity in us, we can choose to move in ways that actually do not honor this. So we can see this within all of the fighting and all of the illusion and all of the abuse that's happening on this planet, that we as humanity are continuously making choices that do not honor our divine nature. So yes, we're going to come back to this oneness, but we have a real choice as to whether we go direct back or whether we go round the shops a little bit, or whether we go over the mountains and past Vietnam on the way to pick up our local bit of milk. Like there is so many choices as to the rocky path or the mountains or swimming the lake or taking the boat across the lake. And if we want to live really smart, then and get back to this space of oneness and wholeness with who we truly are, then it's really good to be aware that we can make choices that can come from a really beautiful divine place where we're really in sync with what our body's telling us and what we feel in this world. And we can also make choices that aren't that maybe come from our wants or conditioned behaviors, our fears, our contractions. And if we make choices from those fears, from those contractions, from those wants, from those needs, then we will experience things that are a reflection of that. And those experiences may be justifiable. You might be able to say, wow, I really wish I didn't make that choice, but I learned a lot from it. And that's fair enough, like that's just part of life. But as we get older and we realise that we don't necessarily want to carry on making these mistakes the whole time and going through the hard journey, and that life can cause a lot of suffering to ourselves and those around us when we make those choices, I think it's really good to continuously have discernment as to where your choices, where your actions are coming from. So I've spoken in a few of these videos about how to connect with yourself and move in authenticity with yourself, so I'm not going to repeat it here. This is simply a video to say, yes, there is a divine way of being. Yes, we will all come back to that divine way of being, but whether that takes 25 lifetimes of us caught in one behavioural pattern that we repeat and 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 repeat, etc., because we refuse to learn, or whether we choose to shift very quickly to get this direct route home that says, I know who I am and I'm choosing to be that here and now, present, moment by moment, is really our choice. Hope that helps.